Welcome to the We Buy Ugly Houses show, where real investors share real investing stories and lessons from the trenches, where our team buys thousands of investment properties each year. Now, let's meet today's host.
Hi, my name is Mike Singletary. I'm a DA in Austin, Texas. I'm your host today for the We Buy Ugly Houses show. Today, we're going to talk about understanding your numbers. I've been fortunate enough to work in 3 different territories, and I started by 2013, but I've worked in Houston, Austin, and now we just opened up another franchise in Waco. And it's really important that you understand your market demographics, and you understand all the numbers that it takes to be successful in this business. And one of the big indicators is neighborhood characteristics, economic indicators. A lot of mistakes that people, especially beginners, do is that they over-escalate ARV and underestimate repairs, and that could really get you in trouble. One of the ways you can circumvent that, obviously, is come up with a repair list or some kind of contract agreement with your contractor. So when when you're going into a buy-call situation, you already have your repairs and your analysis predetermined. So that's a huge help. It's very beneficial. Each segment of the city, each neighborhood has a specific characteristic that you have to really take into consideration. One of the biggest things for us when we moved to Austin was there's a totally different animal, and we had to adjust. So we lost some deals at the beginning because we weren't really tuned into that specific neighborhood. It doesn't fit into the typical 75%, minus repair criteria. So we lost some deals right then, and we had to definitely take a look at what was going on. And we found that to monetize each deal, we had to do some other things, like we had to do some additions or even new construction. And if we weren't ready at that time, what we had to do is figure out the people that were doing that, what was their criteria, so we could put it under contract and sell it to them. So understanding your numbers, understanding your exit strategies beforehand is vital, because you're paying a lot for your leads, or you're paying for your leads, and you want to make sure that you're maximizing every opportunity that you can. So with that being said, you want to know your cost per lead. You want to know your cost per buy, cost per contracts, and you really want to kind of work backwards on how you want to scale your business. How many houses you want to buy is really going to be determined on those numbers. Fortunately, we have that data with home investors available to us. And so that kind of exponentially, increases our learning curve right off the bat. But it's so vital to run it like a business and be very consistent in that aspect. Once you have your repair analysis more fine-tuned and your ARV also, it's a lot easier. You could just go into your appointment knowing that you have several steps on your exit strategies, and it just makes the whole process easier. Let me give you a prime example of a situation that happened to us. One time we thought we were going to wholesale this property. We did more of an auction style wholesale, and that essentially means that you have everybody come in a very short segment time, and they give you their bid afterwards at designated time. And so everybody was in the same price range, and then there was this one person that was a little bit above that price range. And after talking to him, I knew that he knew what he was doing, so I knew I missed something. And after we finally closed the deal, I called him up and go, "Hey, let's go have some lunch. There's something I must have missed. I know that you're happy with the deal. I'm happy with the deal also, but I'd like to kind of pick your brain about the situation." He's like, "Absolutely." And he was like, I was like, "How did you get to this valuation? Because I could tell you know what you're doing. What am I missing?" He's like, "Well, I've been working that neighborhood quite a bit, and 1-car garages in that neighborhood is not a big deal." It blew my mind, because I drove that neighborhood countless of times, looking at my comps, and your mind has a way of playing tricks on you. You see what you want to see. Of course, after the conversation, I went right back over there, and sure enough, I saw nothing but 1-car garages. So you have to kind of go into a situation with not a preconceived notion of what it is, and try to find the best way to monetize it. I hope that helps, and I will see you next time.
Are you looking to get started in real estate investing or take your investing business to the next level? Homevestors, the We Buy Ugly Houses folks, is the #1 home buyer in America, where our franchisees purchase thousands of houses each year, many of which started with little to no experience. If you'd like to chat, please visit uglyopportunities.com/contact. Learn more from the We Buy Ugly Houses show and amazing Homevestors team by watching more shows at uglyopportunities.com/show or by finding us on iTunes or Stitcher Radio.